Welcome to RED. It's Michelle Barone here with my co-host Ashleigh.
Hey, what's going on?
Ash, we have a really special guest here today.
Don't even get me started. I'm so excited for this episode. I mean, everyone has been watching TV. We all know. Everyone knows what happens when a show launches. If anyone has heard of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on Hulu right now, everyone's talking about it. I mean,
everyone's talking about it. It's a Hulu original, and we are here with our girl, Jessi. What's up?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
coming.
You look beautiful today, I have to say.
Thank you. I've been running around, so I feel like a sweaty mess. So
Could
thank you.
Could not tell.
Well, I know. I mean, Fashion Week, we're just getting off of it here.
It's been a busy week here. You know, VMAs, everything. So.
Yeah, we were really excited to have you come today. We didn't know if you were going to be available,
yes,
but
it worked out.
Glad you made it. Hey guys, before today's episode, I want to talk to you about something that Ashleigh and I care a lot about, mental health.
That's right. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. And Mental Health America of Dutchess County is the perfect place for that help.
Absolutely. Mental Health America of Dutchess County is super empowering and helps so many people with so many problems.
Honestly, it's pretty amazing seeing how mental health actually affects people. I mean, the guests that we've had on the show, we've talked about mental health in almost every episode, and it's a serious topic.
Now's the time to prioritize your mental well-being. If you're suffering from anxiety, depression, or anything mental health related, visit Mental Health America Dutchess County at mhaDutchess.org.
If you've been loving the stylish looks we're rocking, you've got to check out Dynamite. From trendy pieces to timeless staples, Dynamite has everything you need to elevate your wardrobe for any occasion, whether it's brunch, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. I'm obsessed with their latest collection. It's all about chic, statement-making designs that effortlessly transition from day to night. Plus, the quality is top-notch, and their fits are perfect. Visit dynamiteclothing.com to discover your next favorite look. Dynamite, empowering you to confidently own every moment.
So tell me about the show. And before we get into that, though, I want to talk a little bit about the Mormon culture and breaking down some stigmas, because I've always thought of Mormons differently than you, right?
Okay, what's your image of it? I'm curious.
I don't know exactly.
Bonnets, churning butter.
Yeah, churning butter, bonnets. Everyone works together. Its own community.
Yes,
a very lovely community.
Yes.
You know, nice people. I'd assume.
Yeah.
I don't know many Mormons, but after seeing the show, my perspective has completely changed.
So we're progressive Mormons.
Yes. All right. So what's the difference?
So I would say that, yeah, there are a lot of stigmas, and Mormons definitely have like traditional family values. So there are some Mormons who are maybe a little more plain or not as out there as we are. But this group is a young group of girls, and we're all doing things a little differently. We're on social media. We're providing for our families. And, you know, we have Botox and plastic surgery and hair extensions. Yeah. So that's kind of a Utah thing. So I like to say that Utah Mormons are a little different than like typical Mormons.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe it's our version of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
I like this.
I feel like I've like kind of like heard about that on social media. Like you're like all of you girls, like as a group. Did you guys know each other before the show? Like
yeah, a bunch of us did.
Okay.
Especially since we're influencers, like it's kind of like a community, especially in Utah. There's a lot of influencers and entrepreneurs. So we all knew each other because of that. A bunch of them would get together and do Mom Talk and do videos together. I didn't really join Mom Talk till a little bit later, but yeah, we all knew of each other, and now we're like the best of friends, which is fun.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So in Utah, like what's been the moments that have really shined for you to get on the show and you know, showcasing Utah Mormons versus other Mormons, let's say?
Well, definitely the swinging scandal that got us a show.
Yes.
Taylor
I didn't know if we were going to bring that one up, but I want to talk about it.
I mean, we all signed up for this, so we're going to get questions about it all. But
let's go, girl.
I think just the fact that Taylor was a public figure on TikTok and people knew she was Mormon. Then she comes out as, you know, a swinger. And that was just like, oh my gosh, Mormons swing. And I think it made people jump to conclusions and get more curious. So,
but do Mormons actually swing, or is that
it's not in the doctrine? It's not necessarily something they do, but I think there are Mormons who break the boundaries, like swinging, drinking, getting tattoos, drinking coffee. There are more Mormons who are doing that. Not every single one of them. And I think Mormons have had an issue with us talking about these things public because it's not something they recommend for sure. But yeah, Taylor was doing that against the church, and that's why it blew up.
Yeah, absolutely. And how is she feeling about all this lately?
Taylor's an open book. So that's the coolest thing is she was so vulnerable on the show, showed, you know, her highs and lows. She was pregnant during the season and crying every episode, and it was really hard for her, but she's in a lot of a better place now, which is great. And I think that she's really brave for sharing like her arrest, her swinging scandal, her relationship in general, you know?
No, absolutely. I mean, so much opening herself up to so much criticism straight from the start. But honestly, like, it's really just opening your eyes to what's actually happening in the world instead of like closing the door. Like, let's just be real. It's 2024.
Exactly. Especially in a little town like Utah County, things happen, you know, behind the scenes that no one talks about. And she was the first to like break that mold and just be like, this is real life. And I think it's brave.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm mutuals with her on TikTok, so I've watched her whole journey. So I've seen it like from the start to now, and it really does seem like she's in a better place.
Yes.
Like, she's so open with everything, and all of you guys are on the show.
Yeah.
How did you guys get into doing a show? How does that happen? You guys are going from doing Mom Talk, and now you have a whole Hulu original show, which is number one on Netflix or number one on Hulu right now. I'm sorry.
I know, isn't it crazy?
That is crazy.
Wild. I know. I think it was like the swinging scandal obviously got, you know, networks interested. And I think that her and a few of the girls were approached and it was happening. So that first episode you can see was, you know, a little bit like in the past 2 years ago. And then we picked back up after her arrest because when she got arrested, they weren't sure what was going to happen. And then they had to bring in other girls. So that's when I came in. But I do feel like just the interest she had, like when she went live and talked about her scandal, then she got arrested. There were so many eyes on that I think that Hulu had to capitalize on it, and they were smart, right?
Yeah,
super smart.
I mean, everyone's been talking about you guys for years. I feel like I've seen you guys all over my For You page. Yeah,
I know. Even now, it's weird to see me and my friends on my For You page. I'm like, wait, what's happening? It's so weird.
It is so funny, but it's so awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, so going back to the Mormon conversation a little bit, because I do think that religion plays a big role into the show, right?
Yeah.
It's Mormon, right? So I want to know, how has the traditional Mormon culture been with the New Age Mormon culture? And is there like conflict there?
For sure. When our show was announced, we got a lot of backlash and heat from the Mormon community in Utah and outside. And it was hard because it felt like an attack to a religion we were a part of. I'm ex-Mormon, so I actually haven't been active in a couple years, but I was Mormon for 25 years.
Wow.
So I understand the frustration, but especially for the girls active today, that was hard for them because they're like, no, this is a religion I love and I'm a part of, and you haven't seen the show yet. So why are you judging off the name?
Right.
Now that the show's been out, I feel like it's changed a little. Now people are more excited about it, but definitely the more conservative Mormons, probably the older generations, like, this isn't how we do things. We're more traditional. But, you know, with social media and how, you know, the world's progressing, I feel like the younger generation of Mormons is a little more open-minded and a little less judgmental. So there's definitely two different parties of Mormons.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of sinners and saints, though, we need to get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
How did it all start?
So I think it was because going into this show, we were all like, okay, we're all on different spectrums of the Mormon scale, but we all love and support each other, right? But then you're put into situations that your real feelings come up. So like the baby blessing, Jen was like, well, you know, these girls aren't as devout and I don't want bad feelings there, which was hard to hear. But I think it naturally created a divide in the group. And it was the more active girls and like either the less active girls or the ones who maybe didn't live Mormonism the way the other ones did. So it just kind of happened. And I think it was a joke where I had made a joke or someone else like, oh, saints and sinners. And it just kind of like became a thing. And that's how we kind of classified our group there for a while. But I think as time has gone on, we've kind of come together and realized we can have differences and still respect and love each other. And I'm not going to lie, there's still those dynamics a little bit. There always will be with religion.
Right,
I was going to say.
But we've been able to talk about it. That's what reality TV forces you to do, is you get to talk about these things to each other. Whereas in real life, you might sweep it under the rug. But yeah, I'm definitely still a sinner at heart.
I think we all got a little sin in us, you know?
Yes.
How has it been for you, though, like being an ex-Mormon? I know that's got to be hard. You know, being on the sinner side is cute, but it's hard.
It is. I think that for me, the easy part about it is that I don't have to go to church every Sunday and be judged by other Mormons, because I know some of the girls have dealt with that. But the hard part is that a lot of people are thinking I shouldn't be on the show. I shouldn't represent the faith because I'm not Mormon. But for me, it's kind of similar to Layla. She's divorced, but she's still on a show that has the word wife in it, right? She was a wife. She has every right to speak on it. I was a Mormon for 25 years. I have every right to talk about my experience. And I also think it was smart that the show put 8 girls at different faith levels together, because if all of us were devout, it would be like a conversion show and no one would watch that.
Right.
So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about living this new life as an ex-Mormon? Does it feel different? And why are you an ex-Mormon?
So I would say the biggest thing that's hard when you leave any faith probably is the guilt you feel, like kind of struggling with, oh, I've been taught this is wrong my whole life, but now I want to find out for myself as an adult. And just the judgment you can feel in your area when it's so saturated. Utah County is like land of Mormons, so it was hard. I would say for me, I just wanted to know what was right for myself. I think that there can be a lot of things in the church that feel stifling. And when you grow up in Utah, you live in a bubble. And as I started to travel and get to know other cultures and lifestyles, I was just curious. And I would rather live more open-minded and just have, you know, every experience in life. I would want that for my kids too. So that's kind of why I left the church, but I still have respect and love for the people in it, especially in my life. And I think that everyone should be that way. There shouldn't be judgment whether you're in or out.
No, absolutely. Now, are you considering other religions, or is that off the table right now?
I don't know. I haven't really thought of it. I feel like I'm more spiritual rather than an organized religion type of person.
I love that.
Yeah, so I still believe in God. I still have
good
morals and values, but I just don't love to go to church every Sunday. I'm just living my life the best way I can.
I love that so much.
Thank you.
So what's the future look like? I know we have a long season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we get a season 2. Let's really hope so.
Oh my God, I hope so.
You are number 1 right now, girl.
I know, right?
Come on.
I'm too invested for there only to be one season.
Right?
I need more.
And I keep telling people, like, there's real drama going on behind the scenes right now, so we got to get this going because it's good. But no, I think that if we did another season, there would just be even more of what you saw first season, because there was so much we didn't film, or that we did film that wasn't shown, that, you know, we only got 8 episodes. It was a short season because it was the first one.
Right.
And I think you're going to see even more of what you guys loved, and probably stuff you didn't even see that's going to be exciting. But I am so excited, hopefully, to continue the journey, because we're a real friend group. Like, the friendships are real, the drama's real, and I feel like everyone went in being themselves, and everyone was like pretty accurately portrayed.
Really?
And I wouldn't say
great.
anything was like fake or like blown out of proportion.
I can definitely tell you guys were authentic, like, through and through. I mean, there's no denying that.
Which with reality TV now, like you do see a lot of people going in with like a calculated motive, right?
Like, how am I getting camera time?
Yes.
It's less authentic, and I just like the way you guys portray it. It's
Yeah,
you.
we're real, and we were just filming our lives, and we were already used to being on TikTok as ourselves. So like, it just felt like another extension of that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How did you guys kind of transition? Like, obviously you're putting your life on social media. You're used to being on camera and kind of talking about your feelings, but like, how do you guys go through that next level where now you're talking about your relationships, the behind the scenes that you're not putting on social media? How do you guys feel comfortable like doing that? How did you get comfortable doing it?
I think for me, I was already used to, like, I'm an open book. Like, I put my kids out there, I put my family out there, and also I guess it was easier for me because like my relationship's in a fine place. Like, we're doing well. So like, I didn't need to like put on an act, but I think some of the other girls didn't realize that when you go on reality TV, things will get exposed without you planning it or not, right?
Yep.
So things just happened, and I don't even think it was like a thought in their head. I think they were just like, oh, I'll be able to have control of the narrative, but it's not your TikTok. Like, you're not in control. So I don't know if that took them off guard or not, but it was definitely crazy to see all that unfold in real time on camera, and you can't take it back, right? But again, that's what makes the show so good, is everyone was vulnerable and authentic. But I definitely wonder if there will be husbands, like if we do another season, that are like, oh, I might hold back.
Right, like, I'll like solve it backlash here. Yeah. Because I remember there was one scene where you guys were on the couch and you were talking about like all of your relationships, and then there was stuff going on about like secrets and relationships that like people didn't know about on social media.
Yes.
Like, watching that, I was just like, they're so strong for like being so real. Like,
I know.
You guys were all
That
so
was
real
tough.
with everything. And
I
it's
think
just,
social media like thickens your skin.
Yeah.
So going into this, like, obviously it's a new level of it, but it kind of gave us the confidence to be like, oh, but I always say it felt like we were filming like a home video that no one was going to see. And now we're like, oh wait, no, people are seeing this.
Yeah.
It's real.
Hey everyone, it's Michelle here with back to school season upon us. It's time to gear up for those busy school days ahead at Adams Fairacre Farms. You'll find the freshest local produce and healthy snacks to pack those lunch boxes with care, from crisp apples to wholesome bread and everything in between. Adams has all the essentials to keep your kids energized, focused, and more throughout the school day. Stop by Adams Fairacre Farms and make this school year a fresh start for the whole family.
Michelle, have you seen these stunning pieces from Rock and Roll Designs?
Absolutely. I am obsessed. Like, this white jade is my absolute favorite. It goes with every outfit.
Totally. I love that piece. I'm actually wearing it as well. I feel like every time I wear it, my vibes are just so high.
Oh my God, me too. I have to tell you, same here. It's either the chunky white bracelet or necklace for me. Love them. It's not too over the top either.
I feel like I could dress it up, dress it down. You know, I can wear it out. I can wear them to the gym even. I bring them everywhere with me.
Yeah, and they're like really strong too. Like they don't break and they're chic. Love it.
Rock and roll designs has definitely become a staple in my accessory collection, and rock and roll design can become a perfect addition to your collection too. Every piece of jewelry is custom, and every crystal has a special meaning that will help you with your self-care practices. Check out their websites at www.rockandrolldesign.org to find the perfect piece for you.
Asunta, I have to say, ever since I've been going to Derma Laser Center, my skin has never looked better. What's your secret?
Thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad you're happy. So basically, our treatments are tailored to every client's unique needs. It's all about personal care. And we're just here to help you achieve long-term skin health.
Oh, I love that. And I love that it's unique to everyone. You know, that's really important. I have to say, I get compliments on my skin all the time.
That's the best feedback we can get, honestly. Whether you're coming in for a laser hair removal treatment, a facial, or a skincare consultation, we're here to help all our clients feel confident in their skin.
I have to say, for me, it's been a game changer. You know, I always feel like I look fresh and refreshed, and it's because of the treatment. You know, whether it's laser hair removal or it's facials, all of the things that you do really help support me. So thank you so much, and I just love you, Asunta.
I love you. Thank you. We're here to help everyone glow. For anyone interested in finding out more information about our services at Derma Laser Center, you can visit our website at dermalasercenterny.com. We'd love to help you achieve your best skin and smoothest results ever.
Get glowing. And what's it been like since the episode aired? Like, what's it been like? And now being #1, like, what does it feel like?
It was so nice to have it out there because we were waiting for so long. Like, you film a show and then you just have all this time off where your life goes back to normal. And then all of a sudden it's out. So it was nice to be able to talk about it because it was a secret for so long. But it has been crazy just now that everyone out there has like seen my vagina and like heard about all our crazy stories and stuff like that. And now there's obviously more room for judgment and bad things. But I will say I've gotten more positivity than negativity, which surprised me.
That's amazing. That's
awesome. You're always going to get bad things, but the good things have outweighed it. And so I think people relate to the show in the sense of you can see yourself or one of your friends in one of the cast members, right? Like everyone can relate to someone, and it feels like hanging out with your girlfriends when you watch. I hope, at least from my perspective. So.
And like you guys already are best friends, so it's like it feels like you're just hanging out with the girls.
That's why it was so unhinged, I think, because sometimes with shows you feel like, okay, they put this cast together. Maybe they don't hang out in real life. With us, we are in a group chat every day. We're together all the time. So we felt so comfortable, and that's what made it easy.
Yeah, and you already created your own vibe. Like you already had it. So it's not something that was forced.
100%.
And I think that's rare.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean,
they struck gold with it.
Especially coming from being social media influencers, like you already have that personality out there and like you're being authentic. I'm sure if you're on reality TV and you're hiding who you are, it's going to come through on TV.
If not season 1, season 2 or 3, right? Because you can only hide for so long.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any of the girls behind the scenes that are more interested than not? Like, you know,
in like the show and fame and stuff.
Yeah,
I would say some, yes. I mean, everyone on the show's doing TikTok, so like they're wanting to be out there, right? Yeah. So I could definitely pinpoint a few girls that I think maybe are doing it more for the plot or for like the views and likes and things. But I would say mostly we're all on the same page. And what I respect about our cast is before we do anything, we talk about it. Like,
I love that.
You know, what do you guys think about this? And we want to be a group because I think we all make each other stronger.
Yeah.
So this is actually like only the 3rd interview I've done alone. Usually we're with, you know, like one of our castmates, which is so fun. But I think that we're stronger when we're all on the same page and aligned. So hopefully it stays that way. Because I know TV can change dynamics.
That's what my next question was, though. Do you ever think like the Sinner Saints thing is going to actually make a divide?
I could see it happening, to be honest, especially as time goes on. Like there's already dynamics that are in play. And after the show's aired, if, you know, certain people got backlash for maybe not living their religion the right way, that could make them maybe want to do that. And that could cause a bigger divide, or maybe it pushes some away. Who knows? So I'm interested to see as time goes on if that happens. And maybe some people change sides. Who knows? You know?
Definitely,
There's going to be more people on your side at some
I hope
point.
so. I've been seeing a lot of like the sinners look fun. I'm like, I know. Come have a drink with me.
Well, it's funny because you're going to be like the one pushing the people to come your way. Like, no one's Mormon anymore.
I'm like the devil on the shoulder, the angel on the other shoulder's Jen. Like,
that's so funny. So going into a big part of the show was talking about swinging and the ins and outs of people's relationships. Was everyone in the group a part of the swinging, or is there certain girls?
Yeah, no, it was just Taylor actually. Okay. So there were other people involved that didn't go on the show, I think, because they didn't want it exposed, which makes sense. But the rest of us girls, like we were in Mom Talk and we were in the friend group. So I think the reason it affected us is because Taylor had gone online and said everyone was swinging with each other. So I think everyone was like, oh, all of Mom Talk was in it.
That's exactly why we thought that.
Yes. So you see on the show, first episode, it unravels that a little bit. And then it kind of just focuses on our lives, which who would have thought our lives were more interesting than the swinging scandal? But I feel like the show, like people were hooked even without the swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it definitely did touch on that and clear it up.
But those scandals always get you to the top, girl.
Oh, yeah.
We need more of those.
I know, right? I'm like, who's going to be next? Who's the volunteer?
Always something.
Always.
Were there other people that were supposed to be on the show? Was it supposed to be bigger, or was that the set group?
I think it started with Macy, Michaela, Taylor, and Whitney. Okay. Those were like the 4, and they filmed a pilot. And then I think as time went on, they wanted more people. So then some of our other friend group, like me, Jen, Layla, Demi, got brought on. So I think they chose the right cast, though, because Mom Talk at one point had 20 girls a part of it, but not everyone wanted to do TV or maybe wasn't right for it. So I think they settled on us, and it was a good choice because I think it makes a dynamic cast.
Oh, absolutely. That was the best cast. Whoever casted you guys, that was amazing.
Yeah, they killed it.
If you're over there, good job, girlfriend.
They did well.
You did well. You struck a gold mine. So, you know, being friends with all of these people has a dynamic change in the friend group. And I'll say, because I can't imagine the pressure coming on, you know, this one, you know, you have other friends outside this group too that probably want in that aren't. Then you have friends that don't want in and are judgy. Like there's so many dynamics with all the girls, right?
Yeah.
So has your group changed and because of outsider influence?
Yeah, I would say that after Taylor's swinging scandal, Mom Talk fell apart. People were leaving the group chat. People didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So then it kind of had to rebuild. So at one point it had 20 girls in it. Now it's just us girls on the cast that's Mom Talk. So we don't really hang out with anyone else anymore. But I would say that there are feelings of jealousy from girls who maybe interviewed for the show and didn't get it, or maybe who just aren't a part of it in general. There's definitely that. Within our group, I think you kind of see on the season, like Macy, Michaela, and Whitney were like kind of like the 3 that were really like tight, like trio. Yeah. And then you see that fall apart. And it's crazy. Even going back to watching it, I was like, I forgot it used to be that way, because now Michaela's closer with us and like Whitney's not really a part of our friend group. Yeah. So over just filming, it changed. And now there's definitely a different dynamic. But yeah, it's going to be interesting if we film again, because things are happening.
Oh my God. I can't wait to see. And I wish they would catch these parts in the middle, you know?
I always say going to TikTok right now is like watching another show sometimes. Like there's so much going on, drama and lore, and the fans even, like they're making videos and commenting and kind of coming up with theories. And that's what makes it exciting to watch a show, is you're on TikTok then seeing people interact, and it makes you feel like you're like a part of something. Yeah. So it's been really fun, but we have a lot to talk about if we get another season. So.
Yes, girl.
Definitely.
How's it been for you as a life change? Now you're doing press tours, you're out there, you're going to these big events, you're being invited to everything. What has that been like?
It's been crazy because it was essentially overnight. It went from like, oh, your show's airing on this date, get ready, to like, all of a sudden, we're doing all this stuff. And I'm a super busy person. I love to do things, and like I never sit still. I own a few businesses, so I'm used to like the hustle, the grind, the travel, but this is like another level, and it's been crazy, but like so much fun too. I love networking, and maybe that's the hairstylist in me. I love talking to people and meeting people, so it's been really fun.
I was gonna say, hairstyle, you have the best hair.
Thank you.
You look so good.
I tried to keep all the girls on the cast looking good this season.
Yes,
so.
Oh my gosh,
you did good.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So, any new TikToks coming? We want to know. Can you give us a little foreshadow?
Oh yeah. So it's funny because we do TikToks as a group when we get together, and here we've been, some of us here for press, so we have a few things in the drafts, but I think when we do TikToks with just a few of us, now people are starting to comment like, where are the other ones? Like, are you guys in a fight? And it causes things that we didn't have before, which is crazy, but we're always trying to keep up on current trends and just, the new things.
It's like no fights. We're just not together every second.
Exactly.
It's
hard to get 8 girls together with kids and lives. But with the show, we were like together all the time. So we have a lot of good content, even from when we filmed, that we're able to put out now, which is fun.
So you mentioned kids. So I want to know, like, how is it affecting the kids' lives and the husbands? Because they always have things to say too.
Yeah, the husbands for sure have been affected, some of them. I would say with my kids, like I have a stepdaughter who's 12, and I think she's definitely gotten comments from friends because they're at that age where maybe they have social media.
Especially with all the crazy things going on.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's. I don't know one person that's not talking about the show right
I know,
now.
right? I actually haven't really talked to her much since it's been out, so I should probably ask her, like, do your friends talk about this?
Yeah.
But my other kids are 4 and 1, so they have no clue.
Yeah.
My husband and my son came with me, though, so my son's got to see Times Square, and
awesome.
he's loved it, so it's been really cool. But my husband relatively stayed out of the drama. Like, he brought a flask to one event, which was dramatic, but for the most part, like, I think Zach and Dakota and Connor have been the ones under fire. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects them moving forward. But our kids weren't shown a ton. And we filmed with them quite often, but I think it's also hard for kids to be on camera and know how to interact. So for the most part, we kind of left them off of it, which was nice. But we talk about our lives as moms, and I think that's relatable. But the kids, maybe not till they're older.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then husbands.
Yeah.
You know, some husbands are in, right?
Yes.
But like you said, yours, he just kind of hung out.
Yeah, we filmed more than what was shown, and my husband's down for anything, but we didn't have any like life-changing drama,
right?
Which for the show he wasn't on as much, but I feel like for real life that's a good thing.
I
Like
think
we're stable.
Yeah. Did you guys have to have a talk before doing the show, being like, listen, like, we're already out here in social media getting hate from people, but like this is going to be a whole new level. Like, how are we going to kind of go about this?
Yeah, we definitely talked about it, but we also went in just being like, the best thing we can do is just be ourselves. And like, we didn't really have anything to hide. And so we were like, okay, let's just do this. But I don't know about the couples that got roasted on the show, but like, I don't know if they had those discussions or not. But if we do another season and they are a part of it, I would say they should have those talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kind of go into it also knowing that you're going to have hate no matter what. You're going to get hate, you're going to get love. And I think as long as you like know where you're at with you and your friends and family in real life, like you just have to drown out the noise.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's hard, but once you do it,
Yeah, you get a tough skin though
media.
over time. Like I'll see things that honestly, like I think I've kind of disassociated from it. The love is so great and I'll like comment back. The hate I just ignore. I'm just like, whatever.
I know. I always say, I'm like, you have to put the same power in like the good comments as the bad comments. I'm like, especially with what you guys are doing, like you guys have to. Like,
exactly.
I don't know how you guys do it.
No one would be able to survive if you just focused on the negative. And I think that's how people kind of spiral in this world, you know? Yeah.
100%. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
Best
having me.
of luck to you. Stay number one. Stay on top, girl.
Yeah, keep watching.
Yes, keep watching.
Better get a season 2. I'm
know.
dying.
Let's hope.
So thank you so much for joining us. The Secret Wives of Mormon Lives. Number 1 on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. Jessi, thank you so much. And where can people find you online?
I'm _ just Jessi with 4 eyes on TikTok and Instagram.
All right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
You are like perfect. She's so cute.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Too. And you can find me at Michelle Barone online. And Ashleigh?
You guys can find me at Ash McPherson, 2 H's on all socials.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.